Hello, everybody. How are you? So, I wanted to come in to the room to really talk to you about a few things today. So, if you are coming in live, I really want to welcome you. And if you are on the replay, if you're watching on LinkedIn, if you are watching on Instagram, I want to welcome you. And I want to introduce myself. I am Charlene, the vocal alchemist, and I help you to use your voice with confidence and with a lot of power so that you make sales in your enterprise. And I help you to do it with so much pleasure. I help you to get on. Hello, my lovely. So if you go ahead and tag people in this live stream, go ahead and tag people so that they can get all of this juice and this yumminess. So yes, I help you to speak with a lot of power and a lot of confidence on live stream, on Zoom, on stage, and I help you to be authoritative and to be able to really command the stage, and I help you to make sales in your enterprise. And I'm particularly talking to you ladies today, but there will be something in there for everybody. So if you are not a lady and you desire to listen in, then feel free to go ahead, because we're going to be talking about the ire and the power. And the ire and the power really dropped in as the title today. Ire is another word for anger. It's another word for irritation and all of that stuff. And I wanted to come in. Hi, Cerise. Hi, my lovely. Please go ahead and tag your people. Tag people who are wanting to create business cash in the most beautiful, most potent, magical way, because that is what I stand for. I stand for the truth behind the commonly held reality in regards to business, in regards to enterprise, and in regards to sales. So the word ire means anger. And what I have noticed in the female collective is this desire to create particularly business cash, enterprise cash, but let's call it business cash, from a place of feeling hard done by and feeling like you're not listened to and feeling like you and your voice are not considered to be worthy and valuable and important. And so what is happening in the workplace and what is happening in business on Zoom calls, on social media, everywhere, is this belief held behind the voice. So as a vocal alchemist, I'm attuned to hear the energetic frequency of people's voices. So what that means is, if you were talking to me about your favorite ice cream flavor, I can hear your belief systems, I can hear your characteristics, which have nothing to do with ice cream. I can hear frequency. And so when I listen to women's voices, particularly female voices, I can just hear a lot of tightness, especially in the back of the throat, which comes from these beliefs that I'm talking about, that you're not seen as or you don't believe that you are seen as beautiful and respectable and powerful. And I really wanted to speak to that, because what is happening is there are a lot of women who are communicating in ways that are very reactive, and you are communicating in ways that are trying to level the playing field. Now, I know there are going to be a lot of women who listen to this broadcast and think to themselves, well, the playing field is not equal and we are not getting equal pay. And I want to speak to those things, but I really want to speak to what is being held in your body and in your belief systems, and of course in your voice also, because what is held in your brain, what is held in your belief systems, is held also in the voice. It comes out in your tone, it comes out in your frequency, It comes out in the sound of your voice. It comes out in the volume of your voice, the intensity in which you speak. But before you've even spoken a word, it comes out in there is an internal voice rather that gets played in the mind even before you speak. And if that internal voice is being sponsored by the things that you believe you lack, the attention that you are not getting, or the respect that you are not getting, and the money that you are not getting, then the voice just follows suit. And the voice is so responsive to your thoughts and your mind. There's a reason why, thank you for tagging people, my love. There's a reason why when you get in the shower, you can sing and you can do amazing things with your voice, and that you're not able to do when a whole bunch of people are watching you. Or you get in the shower and you may not sound good, but you don't care whether you sound good or not because there's nobody watching. You know, you're in a hot, steamy shower and you're just relaxed and you're doing your thing. It doesn't even matter what the sound of your voice is. And so when you come into a professional environment, such as your workplace, such as a live stream where you want to make sales, or a Zoom meeting where you are presenting to your peers and to your superiors, it becomes like this microcosm environment where all of your fears, all of your limiting beliefs, they amplify themselves into these levels, which are now impacting your confidence. They're impacting your freedom. They're impacting your relaxation. And then when you really feel into your body, you will feel how stressed you are because your belly is tight, okay? And your yoni might be tight. And it's because there are these beliefs in the mind that are playing out in the body. They are playing out in the voice. And what I wanted to say is this, at the risk of being offensive, I'll say this. You have innate power as a woman that looks different to the innate power of a man. Your power looks different. It sounds different. It has a different tone. It has different frequencies, different tones, plural. And if you are looking to men as the standard, i.e., I need to be like a man to get ahead, or I need to exert myself as a man so that people will listen to me and respect me, or I need to work as hard as a man so that my male peers and my male superiors respect me, then you have missed it. And I want to speak to those women who are suffering with burnout right now and adrenal fatigue, and it's Tuesday today and you are sick of work already, and it's just Tuesday, and you are in your business and you're just like, for God's sake, I need to make more sales. Why am I not making more sales? And here is the beautiful secret about making sales. And I am on this live stream giving this to you for free. Are you ready to receive it? Okay. Your secret to making sales as a woman is to plug in to what it actually means to be a woman in the first place. There is a sweet receptivity that we have in our bodies that requires us to be vulnerable, soft, and open in order to receive. And what that means is you literally cannot afford to treat men as if they are the standard of being. And so you need to imitate masculinity, co-opt masculinity in order to make money. And this is just dropping in that a lot of you are using busyness in your business to validate you being in business in the first place. There is this desire to be busy, and you believe that if you're productive enough, that if you are busy enough, then you will, I suffered with this for years, that if you are busy enough and if you are productive enough, then you will make the sale. And what you don't realize is that that is wreaking havoc on your nervous system. It's wreaking absolute havoc with the way that you think. You desire to multitask, and you believe that that will help you get more done. And it's wreaking havoc with your adrenal system. It's wreaking havoc. Some of you are experiencing a lot of insomnia because you are worried about money, you're worried about the sale, you're worried about doing all of the different things and the dishes and the kids, and you're worried about what do your male superiors think of you, or your female superiors think of you? What do people think of you? And what it requires in regards to being a woman is to come home to your body. Now, what does that mean? And what does that even look like? Because if you are in the realm of the spiritual entrepreneur, you've heard that so many times, to be embodied and feminine embodiment. What the heck does it mean? I'm going to tell you what it means. What it means to be embodied is to make a decision about what it is that you value. What do you value? Do you value proving yourself, burning yourself out, and trying to prove a point so that all of your peers respect you? Or do you value not giving a damn about what people think? And I'm not coming from the perspective of I don't care, when secretly you do care. That's not what I'm talking about. And that's another example of what the ire is. The ire, believing that you have to be angry and I don't care in order to have power. What I am saying to you is this, that the real power is to be able to unhook, first of all, from what you believe being a business person is, being a woman in enterprise, being a woman who creates cash by transaction of services and goods. What does that even mean? And what is it that you value? Do you value just making the money and going from cash day to cash day, from cash moment to cash moment? But in between every cash day and in between every cash moment, you're full of anxiety and you're full of stress and you're time deficient and you've got to take the kids to school, and that you're doing all of these things on your own, or you're in the boardroom meeting and feeling like you're on your own because you're the only woman, or you're the only woman of color. Or do you value feeling so contained within your own body that nothing on the outside of you phases you, that nothing on the outside of you can give you power or take it away, because you know what your value is, and you know what your value is as a woman, not as a woman trying to imitate power. Do you desire to talk about empowerment as a woman? Girl power, female empowerment, or do you desire to actually have it in a way that feels safe and good and sensual, and you're aroused and let me tell you, being aroused in regards to money and being a woman, they may sound as if they do not go together, but I am telling you that they do. And here's the other thing about what it is, the secret to femininity in regards to sales. And it's going to sound so bizarre that you're going to want to click off of this broadcast. But I'm encouraging you to stay with me, because what I am saying is the absolute truth. And let me tell you something. I live every frequency, every tone, every content that comes out of my mouth. I live it. So the question is, are you willing to listen? Okay, before we get into this point, let me just say this. If you've been following me for any length of time, you will know that my money started to sharply increase. I started to make money hand over fist. I started to, instead of trying to create leads and create content to create leads were coming to me, into my inbox, to say I am ready to pay. In fact, just before I got on this broadcast, I got a message from somebody to say, I have just paid you. And I got on Clubhouse. My very first Clubhouse room, I created $7,000. First room, I created $7,000. But let me tell you this, and this is the truth of my experience, that I know what it is to have nothing. I know what it is to put out content and no one's even listening. I know what it is to put out content and nobody comments, nobody likes it, and you can feel like you're putting out content for this audience that don't even appreciate what it is that you have to say, whilst knowing on the inside of you, knowing that you have an absolute gem to share if only people would listen. Now, what changed? What changed from having an audience that didn't really listen to having a line, a queue at my free Facebook group, people wanting to learn from me, to having people come into my inbox to say, I have just paid you. What was the shift? This is the shift. Firstly, the very first thing that I did was I listened to what my audience really, really, really wanted. But I'm telling you, ladies, that was the start of this work. Okay? That was the start of this work, because there was more to go. And I'm so happy that this is the start of this work, because that means that there is more to go, and it means that there's more to unfold, there's more for me to have, there's more for me to create, there's more of an impact I can have, there's more money I can have in my bank account, there's more, there's always more. So what was the second step for me? The second step was to recognize my power as a woman, not as a being that is here to people please or to manipulate men in order to get my own way, or to manipulate people in order to get my own way, or to be seen as this big teacher in order to get the following or to have the clout or any of that crap. What it really required was for me to soften and to adopt vulnerability as a way of life, where I can get on a live stream and tell you my business, honey, and not care about how you see me, and not care about backlash, and not care about what anyone has to say about my softness, because I own it. Do you know how much power it takes to be soft and vulnerable in a world that tells you that as a woman, especially as a woman, you need to armor up, baby, because everyone's going to hurt you. Men are going to hurt you, and women at the worst. Women are going to hurt. Women are going to hurt you even more. Do you know how much courage it takes to drop your guard and to say, this is who I am, and who I am is good enough. This is who I am. I fully claim and own my power, not by trying to become bigger, but by going within, going deeper, expanding within, opening, softening, sitting in that seat, sitting in that place of femininity as a complete goddess. And not, I'm a goddess, like sassy, like I'm a goddess. Can you hear the difference in the tone of my voice? Ladies, the reason why you are struggling to make sales is simply this. You are not being yourself. You are not prepared to own the fact that being yourself is all you need. You need not look at how your teachers or other powerful people in your sphere are behaving to try and imitate them. You need not. The power is being yourself as a woman. And when I say yourself, the courage to relax, the courage to not take on other people's opinions of you, the courage to let go of stress and anger and impatience, and the courage to not fucking believe in lack or scarcity of anything, the courage to see that you are sitting downstream in the flow and in the stream of blessings that are coming your way because you have created it. You've created a portal to actually receive it. I am sitting here in this seat and my voice has been several different volumes on this broadcast, and not once have I left my body. Not once have I tightened my stomach. Not once has my voice been tight and I've been worrying about who's watching and what they're doing and what they're thinking. Not once. Why? Because I refuse to leak value by trying to let people in to disrupt the energetic frequency of my container. Because this is about what I value. And here's the other secret to making sales. Sales is about the frequency and exchange of value. I have this many monies in my bank account. You have a thing that I want that is valuable. I am going to exchange my money for the value that you have, because what you have is more valuable than the money that I have. That is how sales is conducted. That is the energetic of sales. That is the energetic of transaction. That's just how it is. But let me tell you something. You will not make sales until you stand flat-footed in the value of the service that you are offering. It won't happen because the people that are listening to you, the people that are in your DMs, they're energetic beings too. They can pick up on energy and frequency. They may not know exactly what it's called or all of those things, but they know how they feel. And so when you are not flat-footed in your value, they're like, maybe my money is worth more than the service that they're offering after all. I will not be making that exchange today. That's what happens when people have a cash objection or a sales objection. That is what they are really saying. They either don't trust themselves or they don't trust you, or both, because you're not showing up fully, powerfully, confidently. And the things that are really disrupting your confidence and your power, I can see it. The things that are disrupting your power and your confidence are the voices that you allow in, not having any boundaries, picking up on what other women believe about their femininity, about their womanhood, about their empowerment, believing that power has to have some sort of anger behind it in order for it to be real, because really you don't believe that you're really powerful. And so you need something extra in order to kind of push you like, ah, I'm gonna do the thing. And so you're now using anger and ire in order to be powerful. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. So the truth is that being a woman is a journey within. It's a journey to go deeper and deeper and deeper into yourself. And I am fascinated about my own journey, and I am fascinated with helping people, especially women, to really take that step into vulnerability and courageousness, to be able to understand where the power is. Where are you limiting the power? And now let's make some money. So, if you desire to work with me, then the 7 Superpowers of Sales cohort number 2 is open. We've had people create around $3,000 in the first cohort. We've had people, whilst they were on the coaching call with me, make $800. Just boop, it just dropped in. Okay? We've had people define what they were actually doing in their enterprise. We've had people who were just not confident at all to do what they were doing, and now they're doing the damn thing. Okay? We've had so many shifts and testimonials and amazing results from cohort 1 that I wanted to run cohort 2. Now, here's the thing. I spoke to you about the frequencies, the tones, the confidence and the power of your voice. And I have channeled the 7 superpowers hidden in the voice. Once you activate them and people hear you speak with so much authority and power, they will fling money at your face. Just they will fling money at your face, because I'm telling you something, ladies. People are waiting for you to speak with that amount of power. They are waiting for you to step in to your stream, your downstream. They are waiting for you to teach them, to coach them, to heal them, to be the master that you are. But you must step in. You must be willing to step in. Ignore what the crowd are doing. Step into being a feminine woman. Step into being unstressed, unbothered, powerful, mighty. Step in to being your full self. And that's when the money will come. That is when your up level will come. I am a living witness. I am a living witness. How is it possible that I have the tiniest Facebook group known to man, not even 100 people, and I have made 17K from my exquisite services? Now, the 7 Superpowers of Sales, cohort 2, begins on the 19th of July. But that's the group coaching start date. Before then, there is a 3-day masterclass replay, because it's important for you to know what the 7 superpowers even are, how to activate them, what do they feel like, what do they sound like, how will you know? So before group coaching begins on the 19th of July, you must watch the replay, 3-day replay first, and that replay is available right now. If you desire to activate your superpowers so that you make sales, then go ahead and put hashtag superpower in the comments and I will get you a link. I'm only taking, we'll see, between 12 and 20 people. One spot has already gone. I've had another inquiry about it. So, and when they make payment, that will be the second spot gone. So, yeah. And by the way, the group coaching, I don't play games. Listen, I hear the fears. I hear where the limiting beliefs are. I can hear what you cannot hear. I can activate you in spaces and in ways that you cannot activate yourself, because you require facilitation, and it requires the ears of a master teacher in regards to the voice for you to get to the juice, because you can be doing things and doing things and doing things and it's not working, or you're doing things and you're doing things and you want to move forward, you want to move up, but there's something blocking you. I can hear where those things are. I can feel on this live stream where those things are. I can feel it and I can hear it. So go ahead and put hashtag superpower, and I want you to really own the superpower of being a woman. It's so easy. Honestly, it's so easy. So go ahead and put hashtag superpower. I'll get you the link to that. And that's it. So before I go, actually, do you guys have any questions? I know there's a bit of a lag, so I will, let me go through these comments, see if there's any questions at all. You're tired? I've barely been doing anything besides crying a lot. A lot of sadness in the comments. Yeah, I don't care. It is a defense mechanism. It is. Okay, no thank you, honestly. Is it separate to the vault? Yes. The vault is the 12-month membership, which is specifically around confidence. There are women in there are people in the vault. The Vocal Alchemy Vault is what she's asking about. There are specifically people in the Vocal Alchemy Vault that may or may not have an enterprise, okay? But you're there because you want to develop the confidence in your voice. And I channeled the 12 tones of confidence. We'll be going over the 12 over the next 12 months, so that you are 100% confident, and you can use that for whatever you want, whether it's in your exchange of goods and services, whether it is in your parenting, whether it's in your relationship, whether it's on public speaking, whatever it is. This 7 superpowers of sales is specifically geared towards making money now. The group coaching is for 4 weeks, and for those of you who were in cohort 1, you will know how active it is. And when I say active, meaning that it is hands-on, take action, take action, take action. Sometimes I ask people to leave the call and go and do the action and come back. It is very, very, very proactive. I coach you, give you the solution or the answer to the issue, go and do it. Come back, what's the next action? That is how quickly people are moving. And that's the reason why the person with the most amount of sales made $3,000 in 4 weeks, or less than 4 weeks. All right. So if there are no other questions to that, 7 superpowers of sales. Misty said she won't let you get away with drinking. Absolutely not. There are even people who came on the group coaching with cameras off. And I can feel when your camera is off for privacy, and I can feel when your camera is off because you are hiding. So I will ask you to turn your camera on. That is how intensive it is. That's how quickly I like to move forward. Okay? So, hashtag superpower. Let's move. Move, 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 move. Let go of things. Move quickly. All right? So if there are no other questions, I will leave it there. I love you. You are awesome. And I'll speak to you soon.